This is an in-depth summary of the Book of Lamentations in the NLT Bible version by ChatGPT. A brief overview: the author is traditionally attributed to Jeremiah. The date is around 586 BC, after the fall of Jerusalem to Babylon. The theme is the sorrow of Jerusalem's destruction, the weight of sin, and the hope found in God's mercy. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Lamentations 3:22. Lamentations is a poetic book written in the aftermath of Jerusalem's fall. It expresses grief, repentance, and trust in God's faithfulness, despite devastating loss. Each of the 5 chapters is a lament poem, moving from agony to hope, from ruin to renewed faith. Part 1. The Desolation of Jerusalem. Chapter 1. Jerusalem, once a thriving, proud city, now lies in ruins. How deserted lies the city, once so full of people. 1:1. Once called a princess, she is now like a widow, enslaved and weeping. Her friends and allies have betrayed her. Her children have been taken away to distant lands. 1:5. The city itself speaks in grief, not Greek, recognizing that her suffering is the result of sin. The Lord is right, for I rebelled against him. 1:18. Jeremiah portrays Jerusalem's sorrow with tender, painful imagery. Tears on her cheeks, roads empty, priests groaning, and enemies mocking her downfall. Yet amid the devastation, the poet calls out for compassion. See, Lord, how distressed I am. I am in torment within my own heart. 1:20. Part 2. The Lord's Anger and Judgment. Chapter 2. The second lament focuses on God's wrath against sin. The Lord, in his anger, has cast a dark shadow over beautiful Jerusalem. 2:1. The destruction isn't random. It is God's righteous judgment. He has removed his protection and allowed the enemy to triumph. The Lord has destroyed every home in Israel. His anger, he has broken down the fortress walls. 2:2. Children starve in the streets, and the temple is desecrated. Prophets and priests wander in shock. Young and old lie together in the dust of the streets. 2:21. Jeremiah's heart breaks as he witnesses unimaginable suffering. My heart is broken as I see what has happened to my people. 2:11. Yet, even in grief, he urges the people to cry out to God. Rise during the night and cry out. Pour out your hearts like water to the Lord. 2:19. Part 3. Hope in the midst of suffering. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is the heart of the book, a deeply personal lament that turns towards hope. The poet, possibly Jeremiah himself, speaks as one who has suffered greatly under God's discipline. I am the one who has seen the afflictions that come from the rod of the Lord's anger. He feels abandoned. He has walled me in, and I cannot escape. 3:7. But then a powerful shift occurs, from despair to faith. Yet I still dare to hope when I remember this. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. 3:21-23. Despite the nation's suffering, Jeremiah declares that God's compassion never fails. The Lord is good to those who depend on him, to those who search for him. 3:25. He encourages humility and patience in waiting for God's salvation. Let them lie face down in the dust, for there may be hope at last. 3:29. And he affirms God's justice. For no one is abandoned by the Lord forever. Though he brings grief, he also shows compassion because of the greatness of his unfailing love. 3:31-32. Part 4. The Horrors of the Siege. Chapter 4. This chapter vividly recounts the horrors experienced during the Babylonian siege. How the gold has lost its luster, Even the finest gold has become dull. 4:1. Nobles once dressed in splendor now lie in ashes. Mothers driven by famine do the unthinkable to survive. The hands of compassionate women have boiled their own children. They ate them when they were destroyed by the enemy. 4:10. The sins of the prophets and priests who led the people astray are condemned. They sinned against the Lord by shedding innocent blood. 4:13. Even those who thought they were safe, the kings, nobles, and rich, could not escape. The Lord himself has scattered them. 4:16. But the chapter ends with a glimmer of justice. Your punishment will end, O people of Zion. The Lord will not let you live in exile forever. 4:22. Part 5. A Prayer for Restoration, Chapter 5. The final lament is a communal prayer. The people cry out for mercy and restoration. Lord, remember what has happened to us. See how we have been disgraced. 5:1. They describe their suffering. We must pay for water to drink, and even firewood is too expensive. Our fathers sinned, but they have died, and we are suffering the punishment they deserved. Their hearts are broken, and joy has turned to mourning. Joy has left our hearts. Our dancing has turned to mourning. 5:15. Yet even in despair, the prayer ends with faith in God's sovereignty. But Lord, you remain the same forever. Your throne continues from generation to generation. 5:19. And finally, a plea for renewal. Restore us, O Lord, and bring us back to you again. Give us back to the joys we once had. The book ends in solemn silence, unsure if restoration has come, but clinging to the hope that it will. The major themes of this book are: number 1, consequences of sin. Lamentations shows that rebellion against God brings destruction, personally, nationally, and spiritually. Number 2, God's justice and sovereignty. Jerusalem's fall wasn't random. It was the fulfillment of God's covenant warnings. The Lord is right. I rebelled against him. 1:18. Number 3, the depth of human sorrow. Jeremiah laments, gives voice to grief, showing that mourning is a part of faith, not a denial of it. Number 4, hope in God's mercy. Even in judgment, God's compassion is unending. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. 3:23. Number 5, repentance and renewal. The final prayer, restore us, O Lord, captures the heart of repentance, turning back to God and trusting his grace. In conclusion, Lamentations is a funeral song for a fallen city, but also a song of hope for a faithful God. It teaches us that even in the darkest grief, God's mercy endures and his promises stand. The Lord is my inheritance. Therefore, I will have hope in him. 3:24. It reminds every generation that suffering is never the end of the story, because the God who judges also restores, and his love never fails.